So I don't know if any of you know this, but there's this Japanese series called Kamen Rider, and it's been going on non-stop Doctor Who style since the early 70s. Kamen Rider is what's called a tokusatsu, which translates to special filming according to Wikipedia, and, I mean, I buy that that's accurate. Principally, tokusatsus are science fiction or some blend of fantasy horror, but the thing that sets them apart from your normal TV show, aside from being Japanese, who, let's be honest, have the best, most out-there television, is that tokusatsus always involve people in costume. Big rubber monster costumes, tight-fitting robot costumes, just costumes. In fact, next to Star Trek, I could argue that the iconic outfits seen in this genre are directly responsible for cosplay, in the same way that cartoons in the 80s were responsible for furries. Nah, I'm just kidding. Furries have been around for way longer. While the style has its origins in Japanese theater, which might factor into why there hasn't really been a wildly successful American tokusatsu series outside of Power Rangers, which is kinda sad, tokusatsu really found its television genesis from the old kaiju films, and now I have to stop right here and just let you people know, look, I'm going to be saying and or struggling to pronounce a lot of Japanese in this review. This is not me trying to flex my anime muscles, okay? I'm not doing this because I think I'm an expert on Japanese just because I once hosted a Japanese exchange student and my friend Nasuman is some kind of walking Japanese pop culture encyclopedia. I know, he hides it very well. The fact of the matter is, this is a Japanese television genre and I have to use proper nomenclature when talking about it. I am not a reincarnated Japanese princess.
Okay, so yeah, I only have like 5 pools. 2 of them are like indoor pools. I guess one of them's a jacuzzi, so it doesn't count.
Anyway, so kaiju films really helped kick off the whole guy in a costume stomping on things style. And then later on, series like Supergiant and Kamen Rider helped shift the guy away from stomping on cities to stomping on other monsters. And when I say stomping, I mean kicking the shit out of them in a shower of sparks while rock music blasts. But we're not going to be looking at that today. By Patreon request, seriously, if you're a $10 subscriber, you can request things that I do, and then I ask you on Patreon whether or not you want me to do them, and so few people respond to these things. We'll be checking out the first episode of Kamen Rider, kind of the archaic human of the tokusatsu genre. We might not be at the Sumerians yet, but we do have fire. And who knows, maybe if this video does well, I'll do more on the rest of the Kamen Rider series. But judging from what I know of fandoms, as a layman, I'm not looking forward to the like-dislike ratio on this. So let's begin. Kamen Rider starts us off with a, well, the first episode is called The Mysterious Spider-Man. Oh no, wait, it's called The Eerie Spider-Man. Oh no, wait, oh fuck, ew, what the fuck is that? This is our villain, Spider-Man. Yes, Spider-Man. Not to be confused with the other Spider-Man, Space Spider-Man. Also not to be confused with the, oh god, what is that? So Spider-Man here likes to hang out on the side of roads watching young attractive male bikers make the same run over and over. Oh yeah, I'm watching this through Shout. Just in case you didn't pick up on that. I hate overachievers. This is our hero, Hongo, who supposedly has an IQ of 600, which I think, if you buy into IQ as a measurement of overall intelligence, makes him technically smarter than God. And yet the man is not above playing chicken with some motorcycle gang. Well, yeah, they're following you. Another thing he's able to do is jump his motorcycle without a ramp. I should probably say this now, but I don't know how to ride motorcycles. So maybe I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure you need a ramp to jump things. Physics doesn't like it when you just make energy out of nowhere. It gets mad and sends threatening messages.
CFW, this is physics. Why have you been ignoring me on Twitter? Are you that much of a fucking cuck to bait me, you bitch? I'll fucking wreck you. You think you're so fucking smart, you kiss thinking I'll fucking kill you, you fat fuck. I'm gonna find you fucking
Hongo Hongo gets trapped by toilet paper, a precious commodity. And then these three find him, and I'm not sure who they are. Spider-Man is watching from the sidelines, looking for a chance to catch his assigned target. In the middle of practice, Hongo is ambushed by shocker grunts and kidnapped for cyborg conversion. Okay, but kidnapped by who? Hongo went for a final spin to see if he can improve his current time, but was ambushed by shocker grunts on bikes. Lured off course, he was captured and taken to one of Shocker's seats. Yeah, but by who? Who are these three? Yeah, that's an appropriate response. So there's this narration that comes right out of thin air. Basically, Shocker is an evil group presumably sponsored by Krylon, and they need a big brainy boy who can be a jumping jump cat that jumps for cyborging. Hongo fit the build, so they captured him and turned him into a foot soldier. Yeah, that's a solid plan, actually. Turn everyone into robo-slaves, and then you control the robo-slaves. I'm not sure what their goal is after that, but to some people, power is its own reward, you know? Cool, now I know the Japanese word for cyborg. Kaizen...
Cyborg.
Yeah, thanks, Google. I didn't ask you. They try to prove to Hongo that he's a RoboCop now by shocking him instead of just shooting him in the head as a demonstration. Something that makes more sense because it's more immediate and less easy to fake. I mean, I could strap Tyler down to a chair and spray him with compressed air and tell him he was just hit with 50,000 volts and he survived because he's a cyborg cat, but he's not that gullible. Also, he doesn't know English because, you know, he's French. When they shock him, it makes his little groin propeller go crazy, and apparently, according to Nasuman, that's because this is his power source. Yeah, this guy is wind-powered. Take that, Big Oil! Oh, I was wrong. They haven't gotten around to shocking him yet. Why are you telling him this then? I mean, I get maybe rubbing it in his face, but if he's not going to remember it, then what's the point?
Tyler, pourquoi litier, Tyler? Pourquoi?
Right before they wipe his brain, their generator gets hit, presumably by the Homeowners Association. And for some reason, they don't think to leave someone in the room with the super strong cyborg they just got done telling they were about to turn into a slave. Oh, yeah, and there's an exit hatch that leads to the outside in the same room. I guess this place runs on the honor system? No way! He left? And after you people were so nice. Look at that, they even left his bike out and fully fueled. These are the most considerate evil henchmen ever. Who are these three? Oh! Oh shit, I hope they had some straw or something down there that looked like a bad fall. Yeah, you all needed some guns, but at this point, you have a super strong, super smart cyborg running around who knows where your base of operations is, and apparently he has a jump so powerful that he can effectively fly. All because you wanted to stroke your own ego and don't have adequate backup systems in place to ensure that your critical labs don't lose power and your staff is grossly incompetent. You might want to look into restructuring your organization so a fuck-up of this magnitude doesn't happen again. But what do I know? I work for retail. So we get introduced to this girl who is Okay, Google.
Midorikawa.
This is his daughter and her friend who likes to scare her.
びっくりした。どうしたの、ルリコ？元気がないわね。何かあったの？ねえ、ヒロミ。誰か後つけてない？
緑川の娘ルリ子と友人が通過しました。よし、逆に娘を使って博士をおびき出す。
Hey, so is this guy, like, wearing a gross spider costume, or is he actually half spider, like some kind of mutant?
ひどみ。
よ。
That's cool of him to stop by, but if you go back to that last shot, yeah, he definitely hit those two.
てっきり
てっきりなんだい。
変な男が。
変な男？誰もいないじゃないか。
Yeah, that's a good line. You'll need to say it more believably in front of the judge, though. I don't know how it is over there, but in NC, manslaughter carries a hefty sentence of... Wait, 10 years? That's it? Huh. Hey, Cirque du Soleil's in town. This girl was just a decoy, though. Nice touch. Again, the more I see of Spider, the less impressed I'm getting. I mean, sure, they have these little spider drones, I guess, that plainly give away their disguise with needlessly flashing and obvious eyes. And sure, Spider-Man can use them to track down both Midakawa... and his daughter and potentially Spider's new rogue Cyborg, but none of this would have been necessary had they not let Hongo escape in the first place. You don't get points for cleaning up your own mess and learning nothing.
私はこれで良かったのだろうか。もしルリ子の身に万一のことがあったら、私は。落ち着いてください。先生の取った行動は正しいんです。ショッカーの恐るべき陰謀を。 全世界に訴える先生はただ一人の証人ではありませんか。分かった。
But why get his daughter involved? Why not go straight to the police? Is it that hard in Japan to get a hold of the government? For that matter, why was no one else looking for this guy? This is the 70s. We're in the middle of the Cold War, and you mean to tell me there weren't CIA and KGB crawling all over these jokers like roaches over a trash can? Weasel, you're reading too much into this, I hear you say. And yeah, maybe, but this is day 68 of quarantine, and this shit right here is all that's keeping me from another long night of drinking. This moment right here, though, I love it. There's a tension in the way the lighting is done, how dark everything is, and the soundtrack, this kind of wind blowing throughout the building. It creates this dark ambience as Hongo takes stock of the fact that he's no longer fully human, and you get this sense that some shit is about to go down. This is good.
先生、私の体は死ぬまで改造人間のままなんですか。
Yeah, probably. From what I've been able to gather, they picked you pretty clean. I mean, there are some muscles left here and there, but your organs, your bones, your skin... Yeah, you're stuck this way, pal. Unless you want to spend the rest of your life as a pile of human jelly, unable to move and kept alive by machines.
すまん、本郷君。君を私が協力者に選んだために。 先生が私をショッカーに推薦した。すまん。許してくれ、本郷君。
Yeah, right here the show starts getting really good. I love this kind of dark sci-fi drama.
俺はまるで遠い宇宙の彼方から来た有星人と思うかもしれない。
But not from the outside. You could probably go your whole life and no one would notice. I mean, it's not like you got fucking assimilated. What? Did he intentionally stick his head in it? Get some scissors! Get some scissors! Then Spider-Man sticks him with a dark that friggin' dissolves him. Brutal.
様の首を絞めて殺し、今度は逆に私を助けるのは何のつもりなの？
違う。先生を殺したのは俺じゃない。
あなたが父と言い争うのを聞き、そして私は見ました。 私はこの目でお父様を殺すところ。
Shit, if the episode ended right here, I'd be hooked. So not only did Spider-Man make Hongo into a super soldier, but they also tricked out his bike? Why? This is like if a murderer got sent to prison and instead of putting him in a cell, they replaced his arms with guns and gave him the keys to Kit and then just left him in an unlocked room with an exit door. Hongo catches up to the truck, which I think stops, and then Spider-Man hops out of the truck with the girl and then all the henchmen... Are those armored fanny packs? Visually, this is actually pretty interesting. I like the way the guys on the periphery go kind of fast and exaggerated, while Hongo moves relatively normally. I'm not sure how they did that, though because the series probably had a budget on par with Star Trek, they likely just had Hongo move real slow and these guys move normally and then just sped it up. Spider Guy ends up dissolving one of his own henchmen, and I'm wondering why he doesn't just follow Hongo around and stick him when he goes to sleep. Eventually, Hongo beats up Spider-Man so bad that he dissolves. Yeah, sorry kids. Spider-Man's dead. Yep, she sure is unconscious. Wait, you didn't know? Your response to seeing her possibly lifeless body is to just nod? Yeah, he's still doing his part. Are you?
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
理解者であり協力者であった緑川博士はショッカーの魔の手にかかった。しかも博士の娘ルリコはたけしを犯人と信じている。
Still? After being manhandled by Spider-Man, she still thinks it's Hongo that killed her dad? Oh. Oh, that's an unfortunate face. But I like it. He's on the verge of crying because his life is effectively over. A 600 IQ can get you into a lot of places, but not Hongo. Now he's fighting monsters for the rest of his life. It's like Gordon Freeman. Theoretical physicist, could have had an illustrious career and retired with a TV show as a science communicator. Now he's just a glorified hitman for an interdimensional terrorist. You might think that face is kinda goofy, but that's the face of a man dealing with the fact that years of hard work and schooling and sacrifice just got flushed. And while punching people is fun, trust me, I know, it's not necessarily as satisfying as making a major contribution to mankind's understanding of the universe we live in. So that was the first episode of Kamen Rider, and it was... yeah, it was okay. I'd watch it again. This is the genesis, the seed that spawned a franchise that's been steady for more than 50 years. And the guy that plays Hongo, Hiroshi Fujikawa, he's still doing this shit. At 70 years old. Dude didn't even go to college. Holy fuck. God, I've wasted my life. Oh, cool. There's previews.
我らの仮面ライダーを狙うショッカー本部が送った次の死者は恐怖
When they shock him, it makes his little groin propeller go crazy. When they shock him, it makes his little groin When they shock him, it makes his little groin... When they shock him... Fuck. Just realized what I've been saying over and over.